Good morning, good afternoon, y'all. What's up? Wow, I'm just, like I said, the older you get, the more you understand that time is just a construct, and you want to get the most out of it, and the best out of it, and my heart is heavy today, y'all, and that is Michael Ray Richardson. We called him Sugar Ray. He passed away from prostate cancer. He's at 70 years old. In fact, I know him he played basketball with my older brother, and he made pro. Well, he played professionally. I think he played with the Nets. He played with the Knicks, I believe. I'm just so sad. And my heart goes out to his family, all the other guys like Mike Moore, the late great Mike Moore, who also played. All these guys from the hoods of Chicago or Milwaukee or New York that played in that time. I think they all feel a little heavy heart. Magic Johnson once said that Michael Ray was one of the worst persons he wanted to face, because Michael Ray had no fear, and he got kicked out of the league. Basically, I believe he was banned because he had a cocaine problem. And Michael Ray, he had a cocaine problem, and he kept getting caught. And that was during the time when everybody, it seemed like, was doing drugs. In fact, it was sociably acceptable. It was just like them cigarettes. At first they were sociably acceptable and everybody was smoking. You would see these advertisements on TV, Camel cigarettes and Cool, and then all of a sudden you became a pariah if you smoked, or you became a pariah if you had one of these habits that they created, right? Because I remember the cigarette truck coming up and down our block giving kids cigarettes. Okay, but that's another story. Michael Ray Richardson, April 11, 1955. Oh, Lord. 1955. My brother was April 2nd. That's probably why they were so close. Also known as Michael Ray Richardson and nicknamed Sugar. I just thought he was so good the way he played, like herky jerky. Wow, kind of like Earl the Pearl. I'm gonna stop because I'm just aging myself. But anyway, he played college basketball for the Montana Grizzlies. The 4th overall pick in the 1978 draft, Richardson played in the National Basketball Association for 8 years. Yeah, he did play with the Knicks, the Golden State Warriors, the New Jersey Nets. He was a 4-time NBA All-Star and led the league in steals in 3 seasons. On February 25th, though, 1986, Richardson was banned for life by the NBA Commissioner, David Stern, after testing positive for cocaine for a 3rd time in 3 seasons. He was the first active NBA player to be banned from the league. He was reinstated by the NBA in 1988, but decided to continue his career in Europe and never played in the NBA again. Richardson later became a head coach for the Continental Basketball Associations and the National Basketball League of Canada. Richardson was born in Lubbock, Texas. I think Texas. Yeah, same place Buddy Holly was born. He was a son of Billy Jack Richardson and Ludi. Hicks. Richardson was a 1974 graduate of Manual High School in Denver, Colorado. He averaged 10 points on a talented team that did not start for the varsity team until he was a senior. Richardson played on the 1972 state championship team, though. Now, one thing about Richardson, he had a real unique game, and it was sweet, so sweet that they called him Sugar. How many of y'all know? I'm going there now. How many of y'all remember, or is my audience that young? Because if you don't know, you need to ask somebody, and I ain't going to go into it, but this dude, professional career was incredible. He was good. He was one of the guys that, Mickey. He was one of the guys that Magic hated to face. And so did any other big guard. You know, he was a good guard. Anyway, I felt bad hearing about that today because he lived in Lawton, Oklahoma. This is where my people are. He had 11 grandchildren. Richardson put on a youth basketball clinic with his friend Otis Birdsong. They were guards together. His longtime friend and former teammate. He worked for a financial firm. He and his wife Kimberly owned a beauty salon. His son Amir Richardson is a professional football player who represents ACF Florentina in the Series A and Morocco national team. So for those of y'all who don't know, I think that's soccer. I like that he changed his name, the spelling from Michael, Michael, to Micheal. Micheal. I'm for real. He was something else. He had a personality to match his big hands. Rest in power. He died in Lawton, Oklahoma on November 11th at the age of 70 following a diagnosis of prostate cancer. And what's weird about this, you guys, is that my brother has prostate cancer right now, and he's doing well. But I'm gonna tell you, I'll go out and get yourself checked if you're not, so they can catch it early. My brother has a very slow-moving situation, so I don't know how advanced Michael Ray's was, but it kind of bothered my brother. He was like 6'5" and he weighed 189 pounds. Back then, he was what you called a big guard. Rest in power, Sugar Ray. Rest in power. Okay, you guys, that's all I wanted to say this morning. Well, no, it's not, because I'm going to be back with another video.